104.5 KDAT, and in studio today we have Rob Cline, the Director of Marketing and Communications with Hancher Auditorium. Rob, thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We are very excited about the upcoming season, and which launched technically yesterday with a web element.
That's right. We launched a brand new website. We have a new designer on staff. Her name is Zoe, and Zoe came to our staff and she looked at our website and she's like, you know what, guys, that's not going to do.
Yeah.
So she led, and as you might imagine, it's an aggressive, enormous project, particularly inside a university setting, to recreate your website. And so she led that team and made that happen and hit all of her deadlines that frankly, I thought, oh, those deadlines are aggressive. But there, on the day we launched a new season, the website was ready to go. So folks can see that at hancher.uiowa.edu. Might be easier to Google us.
You can just Google Hancher.
That's
it's
right.
so easy. Yeah, a lot of buzz already about the new website.
We're excited about it.
It's very cool. It looks very good. Very user-friendly as
Absolutely.
well. And you can buy your tickets for the entire season, so tell me about the upcoming season.
Sure. Well, we're excited, once again, as we await the construction of our new facility. We are still presenting in a variety of alternative locations all over the corridor. In fact, this year we even have a show up here in Cedar Rapids, so we're excited about that. We start the season on September 19th with a great collaboration with our friends from Summer of the Arts and with Diversity Focus, the second annual Iowa Soul Festival. Mm-hmm. We're sort of in charge of the Friday night of the Soul Festival,
sure.
And the headliner that night is University of Iowa alum Al Jarreau, the great jazz singer.
Yeah.
Al studied vocational rehabilitation at the University of Iowa.
Wow.
While he was doing that, he was singing in some jazz clubs, including one that used to be here in Cedar Rapids, and that turned out to be the full-time gig, obviously. He is one of the great singers of our time, and so we are so delighted to bring him back to campus for this celebration. That event is the marketing director's favorite thing. That event is free. Outdoors and free on the UI Pentacrest. So we hope on September 19th you'll come out for a whole afternoon of great music that finishes with Al Jarreau that evening.
Especially to have a name like Al Jarreau for free.
Absolutely.
That's quite a deal. You can't miss that.
That's exactly right.
What's some other things coming up this season then?
Well, it's a wonderful season, as we've said. I'm excited about Susan Warner. She's an Iowa girl. She's from here in the state. She has a great collection of music called the Hayseed Project, sort of rural songs. They're funny, they're sharp, they're witty, and we are presenting her in one of our favorite new settings. We call it Club Hancher at the Mill. So you come to the Mill restaurant, that wonderful legendary venue there in Iowa City.
Yeah.
You can have some spaghetti, you can have a burger, you can drink something, and you can enjoy Susan singing her songs. That event is October 9 at the Mill. It's one of 3 Club Hancher events this year, so we're excited about that. For radio listeners, and we're talking to radio listeners today, you may be familiar with Ira Glass, who does a radio show called This American Life.
Sure.
He has put together, in some ways, a fairly bizarre project that he's so excited about, we're so excited about. It's called 3 Acts, 2 Dancers, 1 Radio Host. And of course, Ira is the radio host.
Yeah. It'd be better if he was the dancer, though.
Well, they get him to dance just a little bit, which you can take or leave, as your preference. But he's working with these 2 wonderful modern dancers. He does sort of the This American Life shtick. He tells some stories. They do some dancing. It's funny. It's poignant. And he has been very clear that this is one of the most exciting projects of his entire career. So we're excited to bring it to Iowa City on October 18th at the England. We think that's a can't miss. Just a little bit after that, on November 8th, we are presenting the legendary Roberta Flack, who will be familiar to listeners of KDAT. Of course, as the vocalist behind such songs as Killing Me Softly with his song and First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. She's a legend.
Absolutely.
And we are excited to have her down at the Riverside Casino and Golf Resort Event Center. That's on November 8th.
I was very excited looking at the list of performers. I mean, just a great amount of names, big names coming through, and just amazing performers this season.
Yeah, it is. We try every season to have a wide range of things, from artists that everyone knows about, like Roberta Flack, to artists who are maybe a little less known, but whose artistry is impeccable. For example, this Spock Frevo Orchestra out of Brazil. They're a big band that plays in the Frevo musical style. Not that familiar maybe to American audiences,
sure.
But if you're a fan of big band swing music, it's going to seem very familiar and friendly to you. That band they are as hot as a band can be, and that's on October 30th, also at the Englert. But again, that's sort of an example. Our reach is worldwide. Our interest in different kinds of art forms is very, very broad. And so there's an opportunity to see things that you have a lot of comfort with, that you're very familiar with. There's also an opportunity, it's my favorite thing about our organization, an opportunity to say, I don't really know that much about that art, but I know that Hancher brings in impeccable artists. I'm going to go take a chance on that. And we really encourage folks to do that.
I think that's the true joy of theater, is taking a chance at something you're really not familiar with and discovering new things.
Yeah, I think that's right. So, again, we've talked a little bit about the first semester. Of course, things roll on in the second semester. Back at Club Hancher, we're presenting the trumpeter Terrell Stafford and his quintet. If you're a fan of Wynton Marsalis and other trumpeters in the jazz milieu, you'll like Terrell as well. That's February 13th, just in time for Valentine's Day. We think it'll be appropriate for that at Club Hancher. We're excited to bring back the Joffrey Ballet, who we have presented many, many times. They're great friends of the auditorium. But we've never presented them quite like this. We're presenting them in Space Place Theater, which is a little beautiful jewel of a dance space in North Hall, hidden away on campus. It only seats 225.
Oh, wow.
Normally when we present the Joffrey Ballet, there are thousands of people there, right? And so this is an opportunity to see them in an intimate setting where the stage and the seating are very close to one another. They are doing 2 performances, but that still means there are less than 500 tickets total available. March 7 and 8 at Space Place Theater in North Hall on the UI campus. If you are a fan of dance, or if you've never gone to the ballet and you'd like an easy but interesting way to get involved with it, seeing this show in this amazing place is a great way to get started.
Now, tickets for all these shows available right now? Do some of them not go on sale for a little bit yet?
No, we get excited and we put the whole season on sale all at once. We're like, oh, well, we know what the season is. It's all on sale. So you can go to that website of ours at hancher.uiowa.edu. You can call us locally in Iowa City at 335-1160. We have an 800 number. It's 1-800-HANCHER. If you're in Iowa City and you'd like to visit our box office, it is currently in the old Orange Julius location in what used to be called the Old Capitol Mall. Despite my suggestions, they will not serve you a hot dog or an Orange Julius. They will sell you tickets. And one thing we like to remind people, if you come visit us in person, we don't charge you any handling fees on your tickets at all.
Which is always a phenomenal thing, to go actually talk to somebody in person.
Exactly. They know all about the shows. They can show you the seating maps at all these alternative venues. So it's a real good opportunity to get personal service, which is something we love to give people.
So we talk about all these alternative venues, and I know you are excited, as everybody is buzzing about the new venue that's coming up. Finally, you get to go back home and have a place to call home.
That's exactly right. It's a really interesting moment. Of course, our original auditorium that was there for decades and decades, that was so meaningful to many of us and many in the community, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's a little hard to get used to. You look over where it used to be, and it's just not
there.
But literally just north of it, right in that same sort of space, closer to City Park, closer to the Levitt Center, if people are familiar with the UI Foundation. The new auditorium is rising. What they built first was really the auditorium itself, our new 1,800 to 1,850 seat space. They are currently building out from there, the lobbies, the offices, those sorts of things. People always ask me, yes, I know it looks like it might even be closer to the river, but it's up higher, and the big change we're making is that there are no essential systems in the basement or the sub-basement. That's really
very important.
What destroyed the old auditorium, is how many systems were down underground. I always say that really the only essential system that's going to be in the basement of the new building is the marketing director's office. So because they're willing to let me wash away. But other than that, that building is really designed to be flood proof. It is scheduled to open in the fall of 2016. We owe such a debt of gratitude to all the men and women who have been working on that project, both in sort of the design and figuring out the money and raising the money and figuring out how it's going to sit on the site and all of those sort of things, but certainly also to the men and women who are out there every day building that building. They worked all winter. They worked 24 hours a day throughout the winter. They worked throughout that amazing period of rain we had earlier this summer.
Right.
This week they'll work in the heat. We are forever in their debt for the work that they are doing to get that building ready.
And everything is still on schedule?
They tell us that they are right on schedule, and we believe them. So
That's all you can do, right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
There's been amazing pictures, too, if you want to follow along on your Facebook page for Hancher Auditorium.
Absolutely.
So you can see the pictures, see what the new auditorium looks like in its concrete form, but it looks amazing.
That's right. We're very excited about that. You can also see, if you go to our website, you'll be able to see some renderings of what the building will look like. There's even a link to a webcam, so you can sort of watch the progress as it goes along. It's very exciting. Now, again, we could not be more excited about that, but at the same time, we are so excited about the art we're presenting right now. So we really hope that you'll come out and join us this season for the great shows that we're presenting this year.
You guys do have an amazing season this year, so definitely get out to the shows and check out the website, the new revised website that looks beautiful. And Rob says let him know if there's any bugs.
That's exactly right. We know that nothing is perfect when it first goes live, although Zoe is amazing, so it might be. But if you have any trouble, let us know. We'll get it fixed.
Very good. That's Hancher Auditorium. Check out their new season and find out more on their website, which is?
It is hancher.uiowa.edu.
Rob, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
It's 104.5 KDAT.